Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment. Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on so the Nets starting 5. Durant is out there with Jordan. Then there's Harris. Then it's Harden. And it's Brown in at the 2. And for the Clippers, we've got Ibaka. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. And it's Jackson in at point guard. Harden dishes to Brown. Back to Harden. 2 terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes. Pass to Durant. Over George. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And there's the pass to Leonard. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Just 5 on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. A shot by Batum, no good. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game. Brooklyn with the ball. Harden the pass to Brown. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. Outside, George. A three-pointer off the mark.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense. And the offense, I mean, 3 of 4, a solid start for this game.
And Clark, when you look at the footwork of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And, you know, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro step and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lessons. But you're right. Got great strength, but the footwork is really outstanding.
Pass to Brown. Back to Durant. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
So smooth offensively, extremely smooth. Durant, easily one of the best scorers in NBA history.
Passes it to George. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. The deep three from Durant. A putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, Jordan is aggressive as a rebounder. He uses his massive body, athleticism, and long arms to wreak havoc on the glass.
George dishes to Jackson. Out to Ibaka, all alone. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Boy, he could have taken himself, but he went from good, better to best in getting the shot for his teammate.
55 seconds left in the first quarter. Paul George with the steal. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And the line for 2.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
First free throw is good. He hits both from the stripe.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
The Nets have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Harden kicks to Durant. 35 seconds left to play in the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Morris. And now the Clippers on the break. And Morris throws it down.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Harden the pass to KD. 15 seconds left in the first. Here's Harris. It's hauled in by Zubac. Here's Mann. Over Jordan. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Clippers?
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
They've got Paul George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Mann in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Now here's Irving. Outside Griffin. Now Irving. Shot's good. Griffin making the play.
Yeah, you know, you got to appreciate the speed of Kyrie Irving. I mean, incredible at finding different ways to get to the basket, and he is not afraid of anybody.
George looking over the floor. Fires the 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. Left side, Irving. The three-pointer, no good. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Kennard's checked in. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think's going to lead the pack there, Greg?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see, because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Dinwiddie with it. Pass to Luwawu. Back to Dinwiddie. The pass to Claxton. And the rejection by Zubats. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
It's a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, the defender all over.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Good on both. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Outside Irving. Pass to Claxton. The kick out to Irving. Lets it go with a 3. No good there. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Out left to the wing. Beverly wide open. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Nets shooting their first free throw of the game right now. And so he hits the technical free throw.
Hard to keep up with Irving. I mean, this guy knows how to get to the line. He's a multi-dimensional scorer, always attacking.
Griffin dishes to Dinwiddie. Shot clock at 6. The Nets need to get a shot off here. They now take the lead. Irving's got 6 points.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Beverly against Dinwiddie. We've got 1:28 left to play in the first half. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last 3 ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
The Nets have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Here now is Dinwiddie. And he banks in the layup. Dinwiddie's got the lead up to 4 now for Brooklyn.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
No good on the triple. LA's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Here's Beverly. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Morris. Griffin with the steal.
And it's only their first turnover here, so they've done a great job of protecting the rock.
Well, the timing of Griffin really superb in these situations. He has a great sense for when to leave the floor on these alley-oop jams.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. To end the run. Oh, the power on that Gruden.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Leonard against Durant. Latrey. That one's not going to go. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They were never able to get the lead above. And that.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Clippers trail by 4.
And as expected, Kevin Durant sitting out all of last season, recovering from the Achilles injury. glad to see him back on the floor.
I agree with you, and it was absolutely a no-brainer for Kevin to sit out the season. That type of injury, you give it all the time you need, and the Nets knew that. They knew when the deal was done that he was going to most likely miss the season. And yet, they did the right thing, and when you have a guy like KD, you want to make sure you're not rushing him back. You want him fully ready when it's time for him to go.
Setting the floor for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Durant. Then there's Brown. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Harden in at the 1.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's a chance for them to retake the lead.
And they have done well to stick around these last few minutes.
Pass to Ibaka. Back to Jackson. Ibaka outside. And it comes off the front of the rim. The Nets with the lead. The pass to Harris. Down low, Durant. Good. And Harris gets the assist. 6 points for KD.
Set up on a platter that time by Harris. A room service dime right there.
George passes to Jackson. Nobody near George. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
And that's really using the double team against the defense there and creating that pinpoint passing to attack.
In the corner, it's Harris. Back to Harden. Fires the 3. Jordan controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Nets lead by 3.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And George, here we go. And stolen by Jordan. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. From deep, Harden. Serge Ibaka with the rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Yep, that one goes. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you play?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that ability to play in space is so vital.
And that's an intentional foul. Here's George. 13 points in the game. The dish to Leonard. Shoots over Brown. And it's Leonard missing.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Harden, no good.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Leonard kicks to Batum. Outside for Jackson. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Traps in the tray. And it's a 5-point Clipper lead.
Right there, I think you got to try and run George off his spot. I mean, he's a lights-out long-distance shooter and has great confidence.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets.
You know, I like Irvin's creativity, but also his discipline offensively. He'll take whatever's available.
Kennard on the wing. No good from the wing. Nets trail by 3. And they go to the intentional foul. 1:02 left in the third. Beverly against Dinwiddie. Pass to Irving. And the layup's good off the glass. Irving's got 4 this quarter.
Hey, the skills of Kyrie are obvious, but what isn't so obvious is his underestimated strength.
And Beverly kicks to Morris. Off target from three-point range.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Outside for Griffin. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Kennard. And it's sent back by Irving. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Kennard for 3.
Well, Irving looking engaged and aggressive there, making an impact at the defensive end.
Takes a 3. And that's good. Luke Kennard for 3. Kennard's got 5. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. He got... While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Kennard is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Mann in at the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Clippers leading by 4. Here's Beverly. Just 5 to shoot. Kennard for 3. No good. Shot missing.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
Zubac finds Kennard. Morris, left side. And the shot goes in.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Nobody near Irving. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
You know, after connecting on 1 3-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
Kennard, the pass to Beverly. Kennard on the wing. He's covered by Irving. The 19-foot shot. Kennard's shot is off.
Yeah, you know, he hasn't contributed well scoring the ball, but obviously his teammates have.
Count it.
Boy, good luck trying to keep Irving down. I mean, he's more than happy to take the contact and finish right through it.
The Clippers in the lead. Now here's Beverly. Passes it to Morris. Back to Beverly. And it's Zubac atop the key. With his first shot attempt. And there it is for him. Zubac has got his first points in this one.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Basket counts. Irving's got 10 points here in the second half.
Yes, indeedy. Irving giving you much in the clutch.
Kennard on the wing. To the paint, deflects the pass. In transition, here come the Nets. Irving's got the ball, and so they choose to intentionally foul. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Some changes for Brooklyn. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's KD. That misses, and a chance to tie it there. And Ibaka will bring it up for Los Angeles. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
And George just has an uncanny knack for providing these kinds of baskets. And he makes it look so easy.
Harden has a wide open look. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Clippers.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, but I also like the balance because they're doing a great job of getting inside and converting around the rim. I really like their aggressiveness.
Harden scanning the floor from the arc. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Clippers leading by 6. Right side George. Launches a 3. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
First free throw is good, and that brings them within 8.
Well, you look at Durant, and it's obvious. He feels like he's got so much more to prove. I mean, he's as driven a player as you'll find in this league. That's part of his greatness.
Jackson against Harden. Outside Leonard. Back to Jackson. Shoots the 3. That shot no good. Good D by Harden.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over.
Clock at 6. Leonard against KD. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And it's the Clippers' ball. And here's George for 3. Jordan with the rebound. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way. And it's sent back by George. From deep. Can't hit that one. So the Clippers with the win. It was it. All right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it. The beaches of Santa Monica. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Los Angeles, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Batuma's out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George. And it's Jackson in at the point. Now here's Jackson. And here's Leonard from 3. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
Holiday with it. Dishes it to Middleton. Giannis high post. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. We play just over a minute here in the first. Holiday against Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Giannis inside. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, playmaking and scoring, that's what Giannis is up to here tonight.
Here's Jackson. He dishes it to Leonard. And the pass to Ibaka. Second shot opportunity over Lopez. And the Clippers miss again.
That's 0 for 4 now. Time to slow it down and maybe get the best possible shot the next time down.
And he makes that one. Middleton's got 5 points so far.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Here's Leonard. No good again that time.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
And Middleton kicks to Lopez. Up again, and staying with the play, Middleton. 7 points in the game.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. And GA Chris Middleton over his career much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player. I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan helps. Able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Jackson dishes to Leonard. And it goes down 2 points.
That's a quick move, and that's a soft touch. That's mid-range opportunities for Kawhi Leonard to cash in on.
Holiday looking over the floor. Lets the 3 fly. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. George with the ball. Outguarded by Giannis. Leonard, no luck.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
And the Clippers call time here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 7-point differential. Middleton against Leonard. Over in the corner, Batum. Back to Leonard. Outside, Batum. 4 on the shot clock. 11 feet away, and Leonard gets it to go on the assist from Batum. Leonard's got his second bucket of the night.
And herein lies the problem with trying to defend Leonard, his versatility. You take one thing away, he hurts you with another.
And Holiday kicks to DiVincenzo. Outside Holiday, and that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. 1:03 left to play in the first quarter. Giannis against Leonard. 5 on the clock. Back to Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
Feeling more and more comfortable in this offense. That's just Chris Middleton making a play.
George looking around. Pass to Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Now here's Giannis. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Bucks leading by 7. Inside, Portis. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Eight seconds left to play in the first. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Here's Connaughton, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks heading to the bench. And regarding the mental aspect of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Definitely getting my slow down a lot for me.
Well, Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles. They've got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Patrick Beverly. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3 slot. Bucks leading by 7. Now here's Teague. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Greg, is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who was my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Now here's Beverly after the miss from Bobby Portis. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Beverly.
He's attacking right now. Patrick Beverly just getting fired up, and his team is doing the same.
Now here's Teague. It's hauled in by Beverly. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
And how about the setup? Man, Morris keeping his head up. Beautiful assist.
Teague feeling it out a bit. The dish now to Tucker. Passes it to Connaughton. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's Nora. No good on the 3. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. The shot's good from Kennard.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And here is Teague. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Nora. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Kennard for 3. And no good. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. A minute 50 left in the first half. Portis finds Teague. They need this one. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And taking a look back at last year's numbers, he's about a 76% shooter.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. The Clippers trail. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Morris. Holiday against Beverly. And there's the pass to Zubac. Clock at 4. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Each year we get to see Giannis come back from the summer and what he's done to up his game. Get a little bit stronger in the weight room, be a little bit better ball handler, play a little bit more aggressively. The guy's competing to be one of the best players in the business.
Leonard attacking. From downtown, knocks down the 3 ball. Leonard's got 9 points.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Holiday, nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. DiVincenzo passes to Middleton. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Nicholas Batum.
And Middleton kept working and working, did not quit on the play, and that forced the defense into a foul.
Middleton hits them both.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
We've got 28 seconds left now here in the second. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The Clippers shooting their first free throw of the night.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
Holiday attacking, and the shot goes down. Holiday's got the game tied up here for the Bucks.
a defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
But deep three from George. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. It's all time. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good. The first quarter didn't play out the way the Clippers had hoped. And Kenny, like Kawhi Leonard, Paul. Thanks for joining.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward.
And as much as Holiday brings to your offense, it's his defense that's repeatedly recognized.
Well, when you make all NBA defensive teams and you're smart and strong and quick like Drew Holiday is, I think not only does the reputation start to build, but your confidence in disrupting somebody else by playing that way is something you rely on.
Here's Holiday following the score by Serge Ibaka. And Leonard has it in the corner. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
It's remarkable what he's able to do. Leonard, with a guy draped all over him, still able to convert.
Now here's Giannis. He's got 9. DiVincenzo passes to Middleton. No good from outside.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
And here's the break. Here's DiVincenzo. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim. And that foot injury robbing Dante DiVincenzo of much of his rookie season. But in year 2, he had a nice bounce back.
One of the things, Greg, that I think is most important for any player at any level is any time that you're hurt, you still have an opportunity from the bench to pick up some of the nuances of the game. There's no doubt that Dante did that last year, and this year has stepped in and continued to contribute to this ball club.
And yes, it's good. DiVincenzo's got 4 this quarter.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Now, here is George. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Holiday. Unable to get that one. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Nobody near George. His 3-pointer's off the mark. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Here's Holiday. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. And the Bucks lead by 2.
Really nice balance, good base, solid rhythm. Holiday can be effective when he's got that kind of stuff from the mid-range going.
Now here's Jackson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Brook Lopez. The Clippers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
1:58 left in the third quarter. Holiday with it. To the middle. Here's Giannis. It's rebounded by Leonard.
And there's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Holiday banked in off the glass. Holiday's got it all tied up now for the Bucks.
Well, you're kind of asking for it. Drew Holiday gets in that close, is probably scoring.
Lopez with the steal. And it's the Bucks on the break. Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Now, here is George. Lopez with the block.
Excellent off-ball awareness as Brook was able to get over there and swat it away.
Outside, George. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Free throw shooting, not an area he has worried about at all. How about last year? 88% from the line.
The versatility of Paul George as he's matured and put some more weight on his frame through the years. He's an exceptional two-way player with outstanding length and a tremendous scoring ability.
Here's Antetokounmpo. He can't get it to go. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And it's in there. Jackson's got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers.
A really good decision there from Paul George. Quick to find the open man.
20 seconds left in the third quarter. Now here's Giannis. He's got 11. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's Giannis. Good work defensively by Morris. Got it off in time, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Patrick Beverly out there with Kennard. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's man in at the small forward spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Outside Holiday. Passes to Middleton. Count the basket.
Well, at 235 pounds, Middleton is hard to throw off balance, so he can take that contact and still finish through.
Kennard on the wing. And some very quick points for him on that possession. The Bucks trail. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Here's T. He's looking for Tucker and finds him, and they pick up 2.
That's the kind of work you want your point guard to do. Sensational ball movement by Jeff Teague there to set up his man.
And Beverly kicks to Zubac. Back to Beverly. 6 to shoot. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. The Bucks shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Stolen away. About a minute and a half into the 4th quarter now. Man passes to Morris. Jacks up a 3. Rebound Milwaukee. And here is Portis. Dishes to Tucker. To the inside. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's Connaughton. Back to Teague. Wara, the pass to Portis. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Now take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Now here's Beverly. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Here's Zubac. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Teague, the pass to Nwora. Outside Portis. Shot clock at 5. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there. Free throw good. Portis. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Both good from the line that time.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Lopez with the steal. It's 2-on-1. Here's Antetokounmpo. Great D that time from Batum. Clippers trail by 3. Outside for George. Moves back up. He takes it up and lays it in.
Paul George stepping up big time.
A minute 42 left to play in the final quarter. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
I'm shocked he missed that wide open look. He has to feel embarrassed he blew that one.
Here's George. A miss that time would have put him up. The Bucks have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Antetokounmpo inside. Defended by Ibaka. Antetokounmpo, no good.
Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second.
At the top of the key, Lopez. Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Holiday, guarded by Jackson. And Holiday kicks to DiVincenzo. 6 on the shot clock. At the elbow, it's Antetokounmpo. Count!
The nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Now, here's George. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It falls! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Yeah, Paul George sharpening his swords now. Love to see him take that shot.
Holiday against Jackson. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. And we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Such a terrific two-way guy. Drew Holiday isn't just an offensive powerhouse. He loves to play defense. I mean, loves it.
Those were pressure-packed free throws, and he looked as cool as he could be. So big to give them that 3-point lead.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Here's Leonard. To force OT. Oh, he got it to go! And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we'll return shortly. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. So the Bucks win the tip. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the center.
Really good work on the interior. That is a critical 2 points there. That was an ideal scenario really for him. Point-blank range and also a size advantage.
Outside Holiday. Middleton on the wing. That shot misses. Great D that time from Batum. And they're on the break. George finds Leonard. And one action in this one. We're about 1 minute into overtime. Shot clock at 6. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. That one goes in. And the Clippers lead by 4.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. That 3 off the mark.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection.
Batum passes to Ibaka. Plays it up and banks it in. Ibaka's got the lead up to 6 now for the Clippers.
And offensively, Ibaka's been spending more time out on the perimeter, but watching him work inside there, you realize that may still be his bread and butter.
From deep, Antetokounmpo. Tries again. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. He hits the first one, and that brings them within 5.
So much talk about Lopez and how much he has changed his game to fit the modern NBA. And I think what's most impressive is not just the ability to shoot the ball, but the ability to be effective while shooting the 3 ball. Brook Lopez has worked hard to do that.
Lopez against Ibaka. Outside Batum.
Oh, he wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Money! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Now, so exciting to see the growth of the Greek Freak. There are shots that stars sink, and that's a momentum changer right there.
Here's Jackson. Kicks it to Leonard. He feeds it to George. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good.
And overtime has come down to this. They need at least 2 points, or you can kiss this baby good night.
Big time shot from young Giannis there. He feels more and more comfortable in these big moments.
Now Leonard. At the elbow, it's Ibaka. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
And as a defender, you are left somewhat helpless to stop that. Leonard with too many moves in his arsenal and a flood of ice.
David, thank you as always. For Los Angeles, we've got Ibaka, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's Batum, and it's Leonard in at the 3. And the Trailblazers start out with the ball. Lillard outside. The pass to Powell. Three-pointer. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Batum finds Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, we know Leonard's an elite two-way machine, but there he shows us the artistry.
And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average, and he's in his 11th NBA season. That still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team.
Nurkic with the steal. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Lillard, the pass to Covington. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
All-out effort all the time. Covington was undrafted, and he's worked his way into NBA minutes.
Now, here is George. Outside Leonard. Out to Ibaka. Wide open. Good on the bucket.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Pass to Powell. Here's Nurkic. Lillard outside. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Now here's Beverly. Ibaka outside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Robert Covington picks one up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Clippers shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
A shot-blocking man of the world. Ibaka can tell you, not in my house, in at least 4 languages.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And it's McCollum off the drive. Offensive rebound.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
Leonard with the bucket.
And you see Kawhi's hustle in transition, always putting himself in position to succeed.
Lillard looking around. McCollum dishes to Covington. Kicks to Powell. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here is Los Angeles now. The Clippers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Outside, Batum. Here's Leonard. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
McCollum outside. Lillard finds Powell. 6 to shoot. Stolen by Beverly. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Just double checking, and the game continues on. And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Jackson kicks to Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the wide open shot from Morris. Kept alive. Back to Leonard. Over McCollum. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clipper. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Kennard is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Mann in at the 3 slot. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Clippers leading by 7. Here's Jackson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And Jackson throws it down hard.
I'll tell you, Jackson's first step is dynamite. A big asset off the dribble.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants. And once you get the height advantage from there, no need to mess around.
Now here's Jackson. He's covered closely. Pass to Kennard. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Simons surveying the D, and he gets the bucket.
Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
Los Angeles leading by 7. Jackson with it. Morris, left side. The 19-foot shot again, Los Angeles.
The polished mid-range game of Morris. Some of his best shots come from about that 12 to 20-foot range.
Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. Stolen by Zubac. Passes it to Kennard. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Rare for him to get a wide open shot from mid-range and fail to connect.
Here's Simons. It's hauled in by Zubac.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Trailblazers trail by 9. Knocked loose. Now, Hollis Jefferson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Jones, the pass to Simons. Here's Anthony. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Clippers leading by 9. 1:36 left in the first half of the game. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Los Angeles with another miss. Jones drives in. Anthony, the pass to Simons. Back to Anthony. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. The Clippers get another chance here. George finds Beverly. George against McCollum. And here's Leonard from 3. The Clippers rebound. Batum passes to Leonard. And that one drops for him. Leonard's got the lead up to 11 now for the Clippers.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
Here's Lillard. Makes it off the glass. Lillard's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
Poked away and stolen by Lillard. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock, and it's good for 2.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Clippers leading by 7. Beverly the pass to George. And Beverly kicks to Batum. George against Powell. Clock at 6. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Covington with the steal. Here's Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
George from deep three-point land. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And that'll do it. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to the story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He had 11 points and 1 assist. And that'll do it.
And as we get into this 3rd quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know
but,
it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Trailblazers trail by 9. Lillard attacking. It's rebounded by Leonard. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Ibaka finds Beverly on the clock. Puts it up from 15. And Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist by Beverly. And now it's an 11-point Clipper lead.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
George dishes to Leonard. Back to George. Now the pass to Batum. Outside Leonard. Left side Ibaka. Inside. Here's Batum. And Covington sends it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot.
Beverly against Lillard. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Nurkic kicks to Powell. It's rebounded by Leonard.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
We know Beverly's ability as a defender, but don't underestimate his ability as a distributor. He has good vision.
Here's Leonard. He dishes it to Batum. Here's George. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
And so here are the Clippers. Portland making their last shot. George passes to Ibaka. Lays it up off the glass. Ibaka's got the lead up to 11 now for Los Angeles.
Something that's really evolved for Ibaka, the ability to absorb contact while maintaining control.
Pass to Covington. Here is Lillard. And Damian Lillard throws it down hard.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Now here's Beverly. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. We've got 22 seconds left in the third. The shot by George, wide open. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Clippers lead by 12.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Lillard outside. Lets it go from deep. No good.
An all-defensive first-teamer. Beverly once again getting up into his man and locked.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. And we'll be right back after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Luke Kennard. And there's Jackson, and it's man in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Morris with the bucket.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive three balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. Here's Anthony, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Pass to Kennard. Morris inside, defended by Jones. Again, Los Angeles. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Kennard. Outside for Jackson. Morris, left side. Kennard for 3. And Cantor pulls it down.
And that's an important rebound, and especially on a night where the board work has not been their best.
And they're running. That's a 2 from Kennard. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Now here's Jackson. He's guarded closer. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Kennard. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. And the Clippers lead by 15. Jones finds Anthony. The pass to Simons. Back to Anthony. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in this game. Los Angeles leading by 15. And there is a whistle. That'll go on Jared Jones. That's his first foul. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Kennard against McCollum. Free throw line jump shot. Zubac. It's good on the putback.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
Back to McCollum. The dish to Covington. Another shot, and the rejection by Zubac.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Clippers.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
Hey, listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip in.
McCollum outside for 3. Good on the triple.
And with that great handle and high basketball IQ, McCollum remains a lethal pick-and-roll option.
Lillard against Jackson. Out to Morris. Shoots the 3. Good on the three-point shot.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
Back to Powell. Just 5 to shoot. Here's McCollum. Misses off the left iron. And so here are the Clippers. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Kennard kicks to Jackson. Back to Kennard. Three-pointer. And another three for the Clippers.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap.
Over the land of the free.
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports and the Clippers starting five. We've got Kawhi Leonard, Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George, and it's Ibaka, and it's Batum in at the power forward position. And for the Nets, we've got Green, Brown out there with Harden, and it's Durant, and it's Jordan in at the center position. There's the pass to KD. Launches a three. Harden outside. 4 on the clock. And he uses the glass on the layup. Indoors tonight, two experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game. So let's see how this plays out.
And the shot goes in.
Now, Paul George is a phenomenal catch-and-shoot guy. Measures the shot before receiving the pass. It's hard to guard.
Brown, the pass to Harden. From deep three-point range, and it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
And here's Harden. Pass to Durant. And finished off by KD.
Well, you respect the jump shooting, so you close tight, and Kevin Durant gets off on the dribble drive.
Outside Leonard. Back to Jackson. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Now here's Durant. Back to Harden. From deep. Jordan kicks to Harden. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Harden scanning the floor. Connects from three-point range. Harden's got 5.
And defensively, you got to respect Harden's ability to drive. That just makes him exponentially more difficult to guard out at the line.
Now, here's George. And contact on the shot, so he'll be. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 1. George, no good. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Second chance shot, kicks it out to Harden. Off target from three-point range.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Outside, George. And it's George again missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Here is Harden after the basket by Los Angeles. Passes it to Durant. The kick out to Brown. 5 to shoot. Feeds it to Jordan. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, you're allowing DeAndre Jordan to get comfortable. This guy is so efficient as a scorer.
Jackson with it. No points in the game yet for him. Ibaka outside. George against Brown. And George with the stuff.
That's phenomenal athleticism on the drive. Paul George just sprints past everyone with ease.
Harden with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. Harden, no good.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Got that one up quick.
That is absolutely ridiculous range from Kawhi. My goodness, it feels like he just stepped across half court.
Now here's Durant. 12 seconds left in the first quarter. And a lot of contact on that one. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Clippers on top. They lead by 2. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here. What have they've been doing or not doing?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Harris is out there with Griffin. Then there's Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. In the corner, Kennard with it. No good that time. Good D by Irving. Here's Dinwiddie. Lays it up off the glass.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
And Beverly kicks to Zubac. The 3. And it's Beverly missing. The Nets with the lead. It out to Dinwiddie. Pass to Claxton. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Dinwiddie finds Irving. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Count it. Good. Claxton's got the lead up to 4 now for the Nets. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category, and a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. The pass to Irving. Out to Harris. Shot clock at 5. Over Beverly.
Patrick Beverly is one of the peskiest, most annoying defenders in the NBA. From tip to final buzzer, this guy's in your grill.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Shot clock at 6. With the clock winding down, and Griffin with the layup. And the Nets lead by 4.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Irving against Beverly. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Dinwiddie attacking. Boom, he jams it straight down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Here's Beverly. Here's Morris. And it's Zubac to top the key. Here's Beverly. The rebound by the Nets. On the wing, Irving. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Irving's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, Kyrie Irving shoots it with such extraordinary confidence regardless of where he is on the court. This guy is one of the most dynamic scorers in the league.
And the Clippers call time here. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And Los Angeles with some changes. Now here's Jackson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Up top, Leonard. Jackson finds Leonard. Will it go? And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Brooklyn leading by 9. 55 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Brown against Jackson. Outside, KD. From deep three-point range. Rebound by the Clippers. Leonard's got his 4th rebound in this one. Jackson drives in. That one drops for him.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Brown dishes to Harden. Durant wide open. He fires. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Clippers trail by 7. Nobody near George. And it's off from three-point range. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Brown's got the ball. And it's Green with the jam.
And that is a shot that Green knocks down consistently. The defense has to try harder to contest him from there.
George. And it's George finishing it off.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. He gets it up. That one doesn't drop. And so it's Brooklyn. Bring it. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They never put themselves in too much. And
we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Paul George really making a difference here.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
His penetration was a real problem for them. And then, of course, the monster finishes at the cup.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And the Clippers looking at who they've got. Baca is out there with Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Jackson in at the 1 spot.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Now Harden. He has 5. From deep. They grab their own miss.
What about the intensity? Go ahead, Mr. Jordan. We see you working out there.
Clippers trail by 7. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. The 3 from George. He's off on that one. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. And George gets the whistle that time. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. The Nets have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Harden outside.
Boy, a forgettable night for him, but thankfully his teammates have played well overall. Boy, as slow a start as you could have, just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
Here's Jackson. Pass to Batum. A three-pointer off the mark. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Brooklyn leading by 7. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Harden kicks to KD. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. KD's got 6.
How do you match up with KD? This guy is so good at taking what the defense gives him. Good luck.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's his 1st foul. Harden against Jackson. Passes it to George. Batum trying to break loose.
1 for 5 has got to be a frustrating start, and they just don't look sharp right now. Can they find their offensive game? DeAndre Jordan simply a force around the cup. This guy has rare athleticism.
And the Clippers call time here. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant. And
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
Just 4 to shoot. Kennard for 3. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Here's Kennard. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Morris passes to Kennard. Buries it from 3-point range.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
1:51 left here in the third quarter. Pass to Dinwiddie. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And Doris, make no mistake about it. Spencer Dinwiddie is looking to score. An instant offense type of player.
And Spencer Dinwiddie knows what his role is, and he plays it perfectly. He can go a little hot and cold for stretches, but he doesn't let it affect him. Dinwiddie's always going to provide that offensive punch that's so critical for you.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
The free throw drops for Dinwiddie. And so he hits both. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Beverly against Dinwiddie. The pass to man. Back to Beverly. Pass to Zubac. Just 5 on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Brooklyn leading by 12. Irving dishes to Dinwiddie. We've got 1:08 left to play in the third. But deep three from Irving. And he's good on the 3-ball. Irving's got 8 points.
Just tremendous range from Kyrie. If he steps across the half-court line, you better have a hand up.
And here's Beverly. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Yes, that goes in.
Well, there's an aggressive mentality in play. Work in close, find a way to score.
40 seconds left to play in the third. Dinwiddie drives in. That one goes. Counted.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Beverly with the ball. Makes it off the glass. Beverly's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, this guy's ability to attack and be aggressive. Patrick Beverly in the painted area.
Irving looking over the floor. From deep three-point range. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Brooklyn looking at a 13-point. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. We've got Irving. Griffin is out there with Harris. And it's Claxton in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Zubac finds Kennard. Back to Zubac. Wide open look. That one doesn't go.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit. Who knows? But he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Nets leading by 13. Dinwiddie passes to Irving. Harris outside. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Kyrie Irving doing work with the pass. That's pretty.
Now here's Beverly. Passes to Mann. Now here's Kennard. Covered by Irving. A 3-ball. Offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Dinwiddie against Kennard. Outside Irving. Latrey got a piece of it. Here's Claxton. No luck, they battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. Clippers trail by 14. And here's Morris for 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Morris has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Dinwiddie passes to Irving. Back to Dinwiddie. In the corner, it's Harris. The dish to Griffin. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Brown against George. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Now, Paul George is an exceptional athlete and demonstrating his insane dunking skills there. Get this guy in the dunk competition.
Timeout called, the Nets.
And momentum going the other way. Can they find some answers?
I think here you have just got to get back to what you do best and then live with the results.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. His point to them was that they put themselves in a position to succeed and that this is their game to lose. So he needs to see full concentration out of every guy on the court to finish this one off. Kevin?
Jordan kicks to Harden. And the Nets miss again.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Outside for Jackson. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. He feeds it to Leonard. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has zero fear. In fact, contact, it doesn't deter him at all.
Here is Harden. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Lets it go from deep. Hands it from downtown. And the Nets lead by 9.
I mean, there's just no limit to Harden's range. Even from way downtown, this guy is a threat to score.
Outside Leonard. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
The drive by KD. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Nicholas Batum.
The to-do list when you're trying to guard Kevin Durant is long, and he's used that added strength to power through contact.
George dishes to Leonard. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. And Jordan sends it back.
This is not the guy you want in your zip code when the ball is going up. DeAndre Jordan. Twice on the pipes.
The first free throw is good.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Nets.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
And this team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Kyrie Irving.
He was everywhere defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
There's 49 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. The deep three from Harden. Offensive rebound.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
And they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Make no mistake, Paul George is a fierce finisher inside.
They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly, if they just play smart, this game's over.
Gets the first, and that'll push the lead to double digits. And both free throws good for James Harden.
You've got to show composure, and he comes through right when the team needs him most.
George passes to Ibaka. Nobody near Leonard. And another three for the Clippers.
Well, incredible improvement in Kawhi Leonard's jumper since he came into the league. Give credit to the time spent in San Antonio.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 9. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. 7 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's George. Lays it up and banks it in.
We are talking about a proficient, efficient scorer in Paul George. Go to work, sir.
And so it's Brooklyn with the win. Some good. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Downtown Milwaukee is seen. And with Brick.
Hey, Kevin. Giroux.
Terrific. David, thanks. And the Clippers starting five. We've got Kawhi Leonard, Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. And it's Ibaka, and it's Batum in at the four-man position. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the four with Lopez the five. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the three spot. Now here's Antetokounmpo. To the middle, here's Lopez, and Lopez throws it down.
Gotta love seeing Giannis move the ball. Not just a scorer now, but a capable passer, too.
Outside Jackson. The great fans and players alike are excited for tonight. This is just not another game on the schedule.
Clash of the Titans in this one. This will be a great test for both teams.
Giannis with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. George against Middleton. Back to Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
Middleton, the scorer by nature, that time showing you he can find his teammates, too.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. 4-point game. Pass to Leonard. Ibaka outside. 5 on the clock. He dishes it to Jackson. Goes back up. He can't get that one. The Bucks go the other way with it.
3 misses to start the game. Still trying to break the seal on that hoop.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. And so just over a minute and a half played. Middleton against Batum. Antetokounmpo passes to Middleton. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
Off to a nice start here. They've hit all 3 from the field.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Jackson kicks to Leonard. Banked in off the glass.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Now here is Holiday. Pass to DiVincenzo. Now here is Holiday. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
Holiday with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. And Lopez throws it down.
Nice pass right there. And the 7-footer Lopez getting off the floor to punch it down.
Jackson looking it over. Pass to George. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Got a piece of it. Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
Now here's Leonard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And the soft-spoken Leonard is now an elite talent in this league, an athletic forward who leads by example.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, here's Forbes. Keeps it alive. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
Now here's Jackson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. It's 2-on-1. There's the 3. Forbes can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 8. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Portis. Now the pass to Nora. No good off the back of the rim. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
Milwaukee leading by 6. 16 seconds left in the first quarter. Teague up top, guarded by Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Forbes.
Love the fact that Paul George expends great energy at both ends of the floor.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. The Bucks on top, leading by 6. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return.
Being able to go through adversity and come out strong.
And Greg, you feel like that pressure never really got to Holiday.
One of the toughest guards in the league, mentally and physically. He's a machine that just keeps on coming, no matter the circumstances.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Bucks, Portis is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Teague, and it's Forbes in at the two-guard spot. Milwaukee shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Beverly feeling it out a bit. Pass to Zubac. Kennard on the wing. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here, and Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Milwaukee leading by 8. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Here's Teague. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Picking up his second foul here, has to be careful because they can pile up quickly.
Teague finds Tucker.
And that corner through.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Beverly, the pass to Zubac. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Beverly. Passes it to Kennard. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Bucks leading by 10. Lets it go with a 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. The Clippers have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Kennard kicks to Beverly. Morris outside. Now here's Kennard. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And that one is good from Zubac.
Defensively, you just can't afford to give these easy looks up. Just asking to get burned if you do.
Beverly against Teague. Pass to Portis. Here's Zubac. Kennard, the pass to Morris. Now, here's Zubac. Guarded by Tucker. Here's Mann. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Mann's got his first bucket of the night. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more. but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Holiday against Jackson. Lopez kicks to Antetokounmpo. The pass to Middleton. It's up a 3, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 3 assists tonight. George dishes to Leonard. 1:04 left in the first half of the game. No good on the 3. Milwaukee leading by 7. Goes up, and the dunk by Giannis.
I tell you, that's why Antetokounmpo is so feared league-wide. I mean, when he's close to the rim, he's most likely going to flush it on you.
And the Clippers call time here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
.54 seconds left in the first half. And George kicks to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And then Leonard enjoys jamming it home. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. The dish to Middleton. On the wing, Holiday. Just 5 to shoot. Poked loose. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Batum passes to Ibaka. Outside for Batum. Up top, Leonard. Back to Batum. Just his first attempt. They get it again. Ibaka. No good on the last second attempt there. And all right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each, and it's Milwaukee with the advantage at the half. They've got the 7-point lead. And you, big... And that'll about do it as we get...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Batum, and it's Ibaka in at the center position. Holiday dishes to Giannis. To the paint, Leonard has the open look. Off target with his 3. And George gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They've led by as much as 10. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And that one is good. Antetokounmpo's got 6.
Boy, the overwhelming strength of Giannis just excels at fighting his way through the defense. Very impressive.
George against DiVincenzo. George, no good. Bucks leading by 6. Down low. And Lopez throws it down.
Nice awareness from the young forward. Giannis Antetokounmpo showing he wants to work it to his guys.
And George kicks to Leonard.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Middleton looking it over. The shot off that time, and the Clippers will go the other way with it. Nobody near George. Knocks down the step-back Jay. And now just a 4-point Milwaukee lead. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. To the middle. Here's Middleton. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Outside, George. And the 3 off target.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think.
Outstanding awareness and a terrific finish.
Leonard against Middleton. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up, maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And you look at his numbers from last year, 89% from the line, so hard to ask for much more than that.
And guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
Teague deciding where to go with it. Outside Portis. He kicks it to Tucker. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Teague for 3. It's hauled in by Zubats. Clippers trail by 4. Here's Mann. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Jeff Teague.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And so he makes both from the line. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the third. Teague, the pass to Portis. Tucker with the ball. To the inside. Forbes takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Kennard up top. And the dunk by Zubats.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Bucks lead by 2. And we'll get... And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. They've got Portis, Teague out there with P.J. Tucker, and it's Nora in at the small forward. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And the shot is long. And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 2, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you know, Beverly is easily one of the most tenacious defenders in the league. An absolute pest of epic proportion. Love his energy.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. That one drops. He ties it up. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Giannis outside. And no good that time. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Back to Batum. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Leonard's got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers. Antetokounmpo finds Holiday. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Inside, here's Antetokounmpo.
Guys, he's one of the main reasons this game is tied up. I mean, he's done his part to keep them in it.
Giannis has gone 4 for 5 from the floor tonight. Just 1 miss. Outside, George. Pass to Leonard. Outside, Batum. Clock is at 3. And here's George for 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. Giannis dishes to Lopez. And an intentional foul right there. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Los Angeles. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
Yeah, I don't know if it's coincidence or not, but a much better half since they changed hoops. And they're really looking strong here.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And guys, I think it's exactly the right thing to do with the lead. Keep going at defenders and find a way to get yourself to the line.
Passes it to Antetokounmpo. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 3rd assist on the night. The Clippers in the lead. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. George passes to Jackson. And it's George finishing it off.
Hey, when you got a player like George, in these moments, you turn to him. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Holiday. Back to Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
Well, I tell you, the future of the Greek Freak is extremely bright. I mean, he really has shown the ability to deliver in important spots of game.
Outside Leonard. Outside for George. Clock at 6. This one for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. George has got 8 points in the quarter.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
Outside Holiday. Back to Antetokounmpo. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
And when the Greek Freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdown.
Outside, George. It's to Leonard. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
So hard to guard, really, without fouling. Leonard is an expert at forcing the issue and getting the call.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And that makes it a 2-possession game now. Those could turn out to be vital free throws.
Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Holiday. To the paint. Money!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Jackson kicks to Ibaka. And the pass to Leonard. Count!
Boy, and just look at what Leonard is doing.
There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And here's Giannis. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That'll be his second foul of the game. And so it's Milwaukee with it. The kick out to Holiday, stolen by George.
Great reflexes to get a hand on that pass and go the other way with it.
Now Batum. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll We've got Patrick Beverly. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Ibaka, and it's George in at the 2. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
McCollum finds Lillard. Shot clock at 5. Oh, Covington in position.
Yeah, the vision's one thing, but the timing also helps. Lillard prepared to get the ball to his teammate.
McCollum against George. Dishes it to Leonard. High post to Ibaka. And here's George for three. The putback, and Ibaka is right there.
Yeah, and the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. Hits the three-point bomb.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open. And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind. CJ just so smooth and is a marksman from three.
About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Nobody near Leonard. That one no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. And a wide open look for McCollum. Batum grabs the miss.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Ibaka slams it in.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a pass available there for Paul George, but he spots that small crease, he fires the ball through it, and he gets it to his open man.
McCollum outside. Paul George with the steal. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played.
Well, that's Paul George's game. Most accurate when somebody's feeding him and he's got his feet set.
It's tipped. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Portland moving the ball around. Back to Nurkic. 5 to shoot. He kicks to Powell. Over Leonard. And they will call over the back on the play.
Just got a little ahead of himself going for that rebound and gets whistled for the over the back.
Yeah, just might have to take it down a notch there. Don't like the result of the foul. I like the tenacity, just not the foul.
Powell against Leonard. Connects in the foul line jumper.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more on their radar after knocking down something like that.
Leonard inside. Powell's there. Shot's good by Ibaka.
Good awareness there from Kawhi, waiting for his teammate to break free and then finds him.
Portland's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Over to the left wing. And Lillard kicks to Powell. Back to Lillard. And he banks in the layup. Lillard's got 5.
Well, compact and strong. Lillard using his frame and still finishes.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game.
It's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And that one is stuffed right through.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Outside, Jones. Anthony, the pass to Cantor. Shoots over Zubac. Cantor's shot is off. Rob. Hollis Jefferson finds Cantor, and that one good.
Good combination of power and finesse by Cantor. Helps him finish strong through contact.
Clippers have gone 7 of 9 from the field. A really nice start offensively for them. Now here's Jackson, guarded closely. Passes it to Kennard. Fires from deep. Not going to go that time. And here we go. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. It's all tied in Portland. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his upbringing when it comes to developing his leadership skill.
I think it comes from the
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And taking a look at the Trail Blazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. They've got Ivica Zubac, Reggie Jackson out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's man in at the small forward position. Now Kennard. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Anthony on the wing. Kennard covering. Here's Hollis Jefferson. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Great to see when Melo spots his open teammate. Good at noticing the overcommitment that time.
Jackson with it. Morris outside. And there's the pass to Kennard. They get the rebound. Zubac in the post. He's covered by Cantor. It's good.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Pass to Simons. And here is Anthony. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. That one, no good. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Here's Simons from past the arc. Jones finds Cantor. Here's Simons. And it's sent back by Morris.
And a rare block shot from Morris. Anticipates the move and just times it out perfectly.
I saw a green light there. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. A nice shot by Simons. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Kicks it out to Jones. Pass to Simons. That shot missing. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. So Portland ends up going with the new group. And Los Angeles with some changes. Lillard against Beverly. Passes to Leonard. 1:03 left here in the second. A wide open look here for Ibaka. Portland grabs the miss. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Good.
McCollum just catching the defense asleep right there. I don't know why you would be. CJ's such a devastating scorer.
Clippers leading by 5. Now here's Beverly. The pass to George. Ibaka dishes to George. Takes the 3. No good on that one. Now Portland takes it the other way. Leonard with the steal. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Los Angeles with another miss. Trailblazers have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Lillard the pass to Pop. Nurkic.
You could tell that Nurkic was...
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Yeah, that might have been sped up a little bit for Paul George. He knew the defense was there, and he let it rip a little sooner.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. And you think about how Kawhi Leonard is able to dominate from the wing position at both ends of the floor. And that does it for our...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Without question, Serge Ibaka displaying his skills today.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Trailblazers trail by 7. Lillard surveying the D. Kicks to Nurkic. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Great concentration on display from Nurkic to get the foul and still come away with the made field goal.
And he hasn't cashed in on his chances at the line, only making one free throw.
Terrific form at the line throughout last season. 89% on the year.
Beverly finds George. And foul on the shot. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have...
Look out below! About that finish.
Oof.
Yeah, kind of fun when you see his personality come out in his game like that.
McCollum dishes to Lillard. 90 seconds now into the second half. Here's Powell. Can't answer back with the dunk of his own. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level. And his tonight has been high.
Nurkic finds Covington. Great positioning on the putback.
And Nurkic does a great job just keeping the motor running.
Clippers leading by 6. Now Beverly. Feeds to Leonard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Well, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum, with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I can watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. George against McCollum. And Batum kicks to Beverly. Shot clock at 6. Stolen by McCollum. And now Lillard running the floor all by himself.
Not many guys have the two-way ability of a Paul George. Just as dangerous defensively as he can be offensively.
Three minutes gone now in the third quarter. Lillard outside.
And, well, he's been the NBA's leader in blocks multiple times. Ibaka just has that rare instinct for it.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there. One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Pass to Powell. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Back to Lillard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Portland needs to get off a shot, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over, and it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. .112 left in the third quarter of the game. Now here's Jackson. Tight defense on him. And the layup's good off the glass. Jackson's got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Cantor kicks to Hollis Jefferson. Outside Anthony. 6 to shoot. Kicks it out to Jones. And he's good on the 3-ball. Jones has got his first 3 points of the game.
As his career has gone on, Melo has been better and better about finding the open man.
Now here's Jackson. Defense right on him. Trailblazers trail by 9. Here's Simons. From the arc. The shot, no good. And so it's Los Angeles in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. Shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, they've got Kennard. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. And there's Jackson, and it's man in at the 3. Morris, left side. Pass to Zubac. Rebounded by Anthony. Trailblazers trail by 9. Jones, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Here's Jackson. And good that time.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Passes it to Jones. Cantor against Zubac. And Cantor throws it down.
And a poor choice by the defender. Cantor is a sizable guy to wrap up, but you have to do it or risk giving up the bucket plus a free throw.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Robert Covington's checked in for Anthony. Norman Powell comes in for Jones. McCollum's checked in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons. Outside for George. Outside Batum. That one falls.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. 9-point game. Launches it. Cantor. It's good on the putback.
And it's not a secret. Cantor is a major factor on the offensive glass thanks to his size, strength, and excellent hands.
Lillard against Beverly. Clock at 6. Out to Ibaka. Beyond the arc. A three-pointer is right on target. Ibaka's got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverly trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
It's Powell on the wing. It's rebounded by Leonard. Clippers leading by 10. From deep. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
I think it gets overlooked sometimes, but Kawhi can put up some very good numbers from the three-point line.
Lillard, the pass to Covington. Back to Lillard. Over Beverly. Batum grabs the miss. Batum's got 5 rebounds tonight. LA has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Beverly wide open. The offensive rebound. And Ibaka is right there. And the Clippers lead by 15.
And when you have a big man like Ibaka who has the athleticism to get to the ball and convert on the putback like that, that's a luxury.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The first one falls.
Your Trailblazers, Robert Covington.
And both free throws good for Covington. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Beverly feeling it out a bit. Here's Batum. An easy 2 points on the layup. Batum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Clippers.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Leonard.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
Lillard outside. Back to Covington. 5 on the clock. To the inside, Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
At this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
George against McCollum. Pulls from the top of the key, and it's off the back rim, no good. 3-on-3. And Lillard kicks to Cantor. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A solid win on the road for them. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.